Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting video of CHAKDE Frontend interviews. And today we have a special guest. We have Aman Dubey. So Dubey ji has basically completed his bachelor's basically in BSc IT and currently I think pursuing the MCA. So this
Yes.
interview pattern is going to be close to a fresher and early person who have early like started career in the early stage, and that is what we are going to discuss. So we are going to discuss multiple interesting JavaScript problems, and we'll do some mix of JavaScript, bit of problem solving, and very interesting things. So keep on watching till the end. There are many interesting things basically that we are going to discuss. So before we jump into the problem statement, hey Dubey, why don't you introduce yourself?
Uh, Thank you, sir, for introducing myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Aman Dubey, and I'm from Virar in Maharashtra. Uh, I have just recently joined a company. So I have nearly 3 months of experience in full stack developer. I'm working as a remote full stack developer. Uh, with a Merge stack and currently working as a React developer in front end side. Uh, yeah, that is all about me, and I am eager to learn and grow in the software industry. Yeah, that is all about me.
Awesome. So I think once we are done with the interview, I would love to ask few questions about the remote thing because many people are looking for the remote job. I think that will be
Yeah,
interesting for
sure,
people. So keep watching
sure.
till then. You have a lot of interesting questions coming from the like Aman. With that, let's get started. You might have seen the codes that we write. The code that we write like console.log. It starts with a simple bracket and it closes with a simple bracket. Like if I close it twice with double simple bracket, it will say, hey, this is syntactically incorrect, right?
Yeah,
How can
yeah.
we build something similar validate function? So where I have just three special, you can say brackets or special identifier, so it should be in the same order. Example, if you see if you consider the first one, the curly braces starts and close, the square bracket starts and close, and the starts and close. This works well.
Yeah. Okay.
Similarly, you see the second one, which is curly bracket start with the starting and ends at the square bracket then
Yeah, yeah.
starts in it. So it's a balanced basically in terms of syntactical thing. So if you have to validate, hey, I give you some code and you tell me if that's a valid basis or not.
तो मैं आपसे कुछ मांग सकता हूँ सचमुच में। अब मैं मांगूंगा और आप मानेंगे नहीं तो मानेंगे, लेकिन अगर करेंगे नहीं तो पक्का करेंगे।
I understand the functionality how the function should be. So let's start, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. We have this validate function. We are getting this string. Okay. Uh, So if it is correct, I will give true. Hmm. This is the function. This is the function. So if the variable this is a string, okay. I can do. I can make it in a array.
Mm-hmm.
Can get in a array. Then I will. I will get the one element at a time. Actually, one string at one character at a time or a symbol at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I can do is I will check if uh, the first one, the string value, whichever the symbol it is,
Mm-hmm.
if it is start with I will store that actually in object. I think I will store in an object,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will for each on the array, I will see the next value what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, okay, if it is that I will check if it is starting. For example, the curly braces. If it start, the first value is curly braces, and I will go to the next element, and if that element is also curly braces, but opposite, wala, then
Closing curly braces, that's what you mean.
yes, closing curly braces. So let's start with this, and
Okay,
that
so
is easy.
that works the first one. What happens in the
Yeah,
second one? Second won't work in that fashion, right?
yeah. Second
What
one
you
work.
are going to do with the second one?
Hmm. I started with that. I will store it, and it should be just opposite like that.
Right.
Let's start with the code actually. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you wanted to go with that. Let's go. Let's start with the code. We can.
It actually better if we uh, first get in mind what we are doing actually. So the second one is we have this uh, curly braces, then this, then that. I will store an object. I will take this value. If the key value, I will store the value as a key. And the next one, the next one, next one. Let's do that. Okay. Uh, split it, uh, like this. Will get splitted. This is a string. It will get into an array. It will like that. Okay. Let's check that it is right or wrong.
Okay, so one thing, we can always
Yeah.
console.log and test each and everything that we write. But I will recommend that, hey, let's come up with something
Okay.
and we try that out, right? So that way we'll
Okay.
be more confident, like, hey, we wrote something and let's see what is the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Const. Okay. We have this object. We have this string. We have this array. We will for it. It will give take. It will give one element at a time.
Right.
So we will have the character char. We have this now. We are accessing the particular character now. Uh, we are getting that. We have to store it in our object now.
What's the intent of storing it? Like, if we, when you store it, what's the benefit that you are going to get from this?
Benefit. I'm actually not able to think the other option. Uh, if I have to start with the curly braces. Uh,
I can give you hint. No, no worries.
yeah. Can you give some hint?
Definitely.
Small.
So
Yeah.
over here, we have to always think what is the right thing that we should choose where we can store the data, right? Like you said, object. The one thing which you can do with object, you can maintain the count of each bracket. It means you, as you are doing curly, how many curly braces are there? How many square bracket are there? Or how many basically reverse side of
Hmm.
bracket are there? It's okay. Like you can maintain that, and based on that, you can take a call if the equal number of opening and closing brackets are there. That is
Yeah.
feasible.
Yeah.
But what is not feasible? The order.
It's wrong. Yeah.
The order, which is if the curly braces started in the starting, then it should actually have a close curly braces at the end. Who is going to maintain that order? So consider in
Hmm.
such cases, what matters is the order.
Yes.
The order in which you start, the same order in the reverse order you have to end. That's how basically.
Reverse order. We have to end. Okay.
So
Okay.
consider an example if you keep placing something in some order, like I keep on placing, and then you figure it out when you have to ultimately remove these things as well, right? So you
Yeah.
keep on placing something and you keep on removing the things in the reverse order such that there is nothing left. If there is
Yeah.
none of the things are left, then you're sorted. Like it is a valid thing, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you think
So
about very
I
basic? Yeah, please go ahead.
I can store it in an array actually. And that is what I am getting in my mind.
Okay.
I can store it in an array. First, if I take this example, second one,
Yeah.
I will store this curly braces, then the square bracket, then this.
Right.
and after that I will check the last one that I have added. If it is same,
Huh.
then we can achieve this functionality, I think. If something breaks in this, then it is false.
Huh.
And if it uh, nothing it I mean, if it matches all thing, it will return us true.
Got it. So ultimately, what version of array you are using? So the array that you
Yeah,
talked
sure.
about, you are using, you created some data structures in order to do that, right? If you notice,
Yeah,
can you relate
yeah.
it with some data structure that you created?
I have created array.
So array is there. Using array, you implemented some functionality or you implemented some data structure in order to achieve this. So if you can relate it. So
Mm,
you have a queue stack linked list sort of thing.
okay, okay, yeah.
Relates, you created something out of the array as a functionality in order to implement this.
I have stack I have created.
You have created a
uh,
stack if you notice, right?
yes, yes.
So what you did, you created a stack where you are keeping on like dumping things in the stack, and as soon as you get the reverse thing, you pop the thing
Mm,
from the top. That's what you're doing actually, right?
yes, yes, yeah.
So cool. So you can use those methods. Else you can write your own simple thing, because ultimately in JavaScript you create everything out of array or object, right? So you can consider
Yes.
taking same similar simple array, or you want to create a stack and do that. It's your choice. Like let's do it.
Yeah, okay. Actually, because I was working, I haven't got so
No worries.
time in.
Take a array.
Okay.
The same thing, right? It's just a
Yeah,
method.
yeah.
This is a stack. Nothing else. Let's take a simple array and let's do it.
Okay, I will store the character. I have also have to check if the last, hmm, if uh, if my store is empty, I will store that. If length is equal to 0, yes, I will store dot ar. Shall I push it to the array that is character we have? If it is 0, okay. Now second time I have the value. I will check.
Mhm.
Uh, I will check. Uh, is format. Okay, no problem. Now we have a value in our store array.
Mhm.
Okay, and this iteration will complete on our first time. Have a array if we have a character. If store, I will have a index. Mhm. We'll store that. Store dot array house. Wait, give me just 1 minute
Sure,
to
sure.
think. Yeah, have this insert this. It is stored now. The validated function has a curly braces now. And now in the second time, I have to store this.
Mhm.
Okay, the length is 1 now.
Mhm.
Length is 1 now. We have getting this. We have to store it as well.
Mhm.
Okay, if it is the same, I mean, it is totally opposite. If it is a close bracket, we
Mhm.
have to remove the past past wala.
Mhm.
Uh, and if it is not okay, let's do this. So
Sure.
if my uh, so this are the value that I will have in the this only this.
Only this. Like these are the
Okay,
only three kind of a different brackets
okay,
that you will get.
yeah, yeah, sure. Though, so lots of if else, I think a little bit. Let's see if my store array ka index now. First value you have to get. No, first value I minus 1 is minus 1. I have to get this first. No, We have this curly braces. Now we are getting this. If it is not, so if it is this, I minus 1, let's do that. If I minus 1 is equal to, what is this?
Meanwhile, whoever is watching, try to attempt. Pause it. Try to attempt yourself. This is very important.
Yeah. So we have to write if else. Should I write this? If else, if
You
else.
can write if else, but there can be a smarter way also. So what you're looking for, if this value is this, then the current value should be reverse. That's what you are trying to do.
Yeah.
The previous value and the current value should be reverse of each other. Then you will pop.
Yeah.
That's what you are trying to do. Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's hard code it. Then I will probably it will spark the simpler solution. Let's do it. It's okay.
Okay.
Hardly three conditions that you have to write, right?
Yeah. So
Right.
the okay. 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 If stored of I minus 1, for now the something value is stored in that, and I have to access that value. If this and if stored of value of I is still equal to no. Just need to do this and should I store it somewhere? Here of I triple equal to this. This is the case, then I will remove it. So, Chirag sir, this we have this parameter, this and this four function we have to validate, right?
Oh, there
Just
can be
this.
a number of functions, right? Not just limited to these data set I've given. It's just that the symbols which are used are three kind of brackets with a closing pattern, right? So curly braces is square bracket and the simple bracket. That's all. The test case can be a number of them, right? How does it matter?
Yeah, the
That
string can be anything.
the string are three patterns only, which is curly bracket, square bracket, and simple bracket.
I've accessed this value now. The previous one, I've accessed the current one value. Right? So char is also okay. Char is also that current value. If it is like this, we have to remove store array prop. We have to go for the current the I minus 1. Well, we are not storing the current one. I think yeah, we are not storing it. Why do we have to? And if this is not the case, we have to write for array as well. Let's write this. Okay, we have this. This is looking bad, but then we have this one. Actually, no, we have this I minus 1.
We can improve the code quality in future. It's okay. So at least
Okay.
come up to the solution first, then we can talk
Yeah.
about optimization.
Okay. Now this part, if this is something like if we get the second element opposite to the first element, then we will not store it. We will pop the first one, and we have done with this. And now we will store it. If none of this condition matches this 3 1.
And how do you
Then we
write
will
down the three condition matches? What's a way to write a logic none of the above three condition matches?
Sorry, can you repeat that,
So
sir?
you have to write that condition that none of the three condition matches. How do you are going to write ki none of the three condition matches? You have to use some conditional thing, right? Conditional operator function, something.
If
Let's do whatever you are doing. Like you know that you have to actually add to the array if none of them matches. How do you are going to write that? Is my question.
none of the matches done. Okay. So I so I will just arrow dot push. I will do.
Oh, do you really think is your flow going to terminate above if any of them are going to pop?
Yeah. If it will. So can you repeat the last sentence
You
you
said
said?
you are going to add one more if condition. All
Yeah.
the if are going to execute. Don't you think? Can someone stop it?
Can someone
So
return?
line number 15 if will execute, then line number 18 if will execute, and then 21 will execute. If you write
Yeah.
your code below to add, to push something, that will always
Yeah.
be executed. Like write a logic
That will. Yeah.
and push that logic, like store.array, whatever you are writing, right? Write that.
I can also write or here to write this, and this will be a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to write. Let's see this. If I will pop this now. I have to don't have to write this. It will work for all of them.
Hmm.
Now, if it is not,
Hmm.
I will else yeah, right. Else, what I will do is I will push it to that. Yeah, I will dot array dot push. Okay. What I will push the character whatever we have. I think yeah. I now what we have accomplished is uh, we have stored this. Now the second value we are going this, and we are not getting none of this.
Hmm.
None of this. We are getting what we no. If we are getting this, and the character is no. Okay, we are pushing it, so we are getting this
Hmm.
now. The second we are on the closed curly bracket. We
Hmm.
are getting the character as the closed curly bracket.
Hmm.
Now we will this will not gonna work if our eye of this, it will check this is, if it is this, then if the current character is closed bracket, square
Hmm.
bracket, no, it is not, it is curly braces. So this will not gonna pop, this will store the character.
Hmm.
So this was the value. Okay. So we have to also validate true false as well. Now we are on the closed square bracket.
Hmm.
I've taken so much time as well. Closed square bracket. This will this is also false. Okay, I think it is. Let's run it.
Sure. So
Where should I?
critical error and return the outcome. Like on what basis? What is the condition which will say either it is valid or not? That
Yeah.
condition is missing, right? Let's.
If uh, my array, which is store array, is empty,
Hmm.
then I will give true.
Okay.
If it
Let's
is
do it.
not,
Where you are going to write?
okay. Let's one question also I will try run.
Sure.
I have this close bracket, this star carries close bracket, then I have this. If this is passed, it will pop. Now this two things are removed,
Hmm.
and we have this now.
Hmm.
And okay, we also, I think this can be if suppose for this question this is closed open curly braces,
Hmm.
it can be closed curly braces start start from closed curly braces as well.
But
So I
will never be removed. None of
yeah
the condition
that
basically can remove the
yeah
reverse of curly braces, like
yeah
closing curly braces, right?
yes.
Which is
So I have to
Mhm.
I
which
think
you
I
don't
have
have
to
to,
write.
which is not correct, right? If you have a closing curly braces and then opening curly braces, that is invalid syntax.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is right what you have done, right?
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Let's
Yes.
write that logic where you are going to check the length. At what line you are going to check the length is my question.
Yeah.
At
Uh,
which line you
if
are.
I let's if I do it here,
So inside a
it
loop.
yeah I can.
Inside the loop.
Yeah. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. I got what I'm doing here. For each वहाँ कहाँ पे भाई? Uh, where this is for loop. Uh, this is closing at where syntactical error I think. Else we have this. Okay, we have to get this, and the function is this. Can we format it somehow?
Go to the
Maybe
bottom. So you can do it. Use a tab, right? Tab shift in order to
tab.
format things.
Okay, okay, I can do that as well. I'm taking so much time for this small
Everything into a
question.
single tab. Like whatever you wanted
Okay,
to
okay.
shift. Oh, double.
This okay. This we have this if else, and we are closing. We have it is right. We are shutting this, and this is also right. Else is also correct. And this the function of the for each is closing here, and the valid function is closing here. Then what is the problem then?
So is that syntactical error for each the way you have closed the for each?
Oh, this. Okay, this has to be like this. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I will check it here. This is the closing for each. Now we'll check the store array. If store array dot length is 0,
Mhm.
triple equal to 0, then if okay, I have to write if right, or I can just return if this is 0. Okay, now that return length is equal to 0. I will then return true, or else I will return false. I think yeah, this
Let's
is
go to the bottom and execute it. It's okay. So there is some syntactical error. Let's remove that.
okay. We have
There is extra curly at the bottom, the one that you see.
yeah,
Remove it and let's execute this code. Let's see.
we have this
Happens.
yeah. We are giving this. It should return true. Yeah, test output false. It is given.
Why?
Uh,
Can you check line number 9? Let's see.
line number 9. Okay, split. I have to for maybe if it is not even error.
Oh,
Array.
when you're splitting, do you see spaces in your string?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, I'm not very familiar. I think the practice I'm doing for DSA is
No, no, it is not a DSA, man. Why? That's a myth I wanted to bring to everyone, right? What you're
okay.
using? You're using just a for loop,
Split.
a array.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's run it. Let's see what you get.
Yeah, splitting it with false.
You wanted to quickly debug? Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, let's take the first question. We have this open and close curly braces. We have this one. Okay, I will console log new array what it is. Okay. Okay, this is correct. This is correct. What is happening? We have this character first one. If the array dot length is we're setting this length to 0. Let's see this. Yeah, now we have set it to if the length is 0.
Okay, help
Yeah.
me to understand the push that you're writing at line number 12 and the push that you're writing line number 18. Is there any chances that both can happen in the same iteration?
Okay. I can write if here as well. If length is 0, in say you are saying that in the else state, in the else block, we have to
In same for loop, in same iteration,
Yeah.
is there any possibility that you're doing push 2 times?
Yeah. Okay, we have to return. If the length is 1, we have to return from here.
Do we use return statement to skip the iteration, or do we use something else? When you write return, your for loop will terminate from there. Like when you use return, it will terminate from there. Next iteration won't happen.
Okay. Acha. So continue break.
Let's run your
Now,
if that
okay.
helps.
Illegal. I cannot continue. Continue. I think. Hmm. Okay. It will not gonna have this store in this one button. Can you give some hint?
So the all the other code that you have written, just simply write in else.
Okay.
Do a control Z, whatever you have written earlier. Do a control.
I have done that.
So
Just this.
control Z where you are having if condition above. Do a control Z. Over here. Whatever you are doing below, if you write everything in else part, a simplest thing. Everything like after line number 14, if you write a else and put everything in else, then none of the code will execute if your length is 0, right?
Yeah. If the length is 0, it will push the character
Only.
and
If the length is not 0, then compute the rest other part. You can write just else and put everything
Okay.
over here, don't you think? So what I meant by
Okay.
will this
Okay. Yeah. I get. Else.
you can always clean your code, but logically will this work? Yeah, should work. Isn't it? Let's see. That makes sense or not. You can add see what is the value that you are having in the store array at the bottom.
Actually, I don't know how to. I haven't.
You can add a console.log in line number 26.
Okay.
So before returning, let's see why it is giving error.
Okay.
So we'll
So
implement more to this problem statement and then we'll to this console.log. Let's syntactically write it correct.
Oh,
No worries, that happens. So you see,
this is
it's actually keep on pushing. It is not doing a pop. So syntactically, you are doing a pop. Is that correct?
shift and shift.
Do you provide some indexing in order to pop?
How can I remove the last element?
Pop by default is that remove the last. Don't you think?
I minus 1 and okay pop. Can we We are not actually.
What does pop does? What is the purpose of
It
pop?
removes the last. It removes the last
When
element
you know
from.
it's a last, then why I minus one? What's
Oh
the
yeah,
purpose of giving the index
yeah,
and
yeah.
values?
So
Still, all it's not actually popping. What could be the reason?
store dot pop
If
is
your
not popping.
current character is just validate your condition. No
Okay,
worries. Some technical thing here and there. Rest should work.
okay.
Will in just one more
Actually,
minute,
if
we'll jump.
okay, fine. Else, we will create a. This is the follow-up. Can you repeat the last sentence that you tell, please?
You have to simply debug if you are able to pop or not,
Okay.
right? If it is even going into the pop or not, that's what you have to see, right? But if not, then why? What could be done?
Okay, it is not done. Store dot array if it is not matching any of these things. This is, let's run this one. We have this character. Okay, the length is 0. We are pushing this character inside the array, and if the length is not 0, it will in the second part. This is store of I minus 1, that we will get
Think
this first value.
there could be
Yeah.
another issue also, right? The if else that we have written, will that work, is also a question. The else part that we have read will 100% work because the store length can be zero at multiple times as well, right? When I say multiple
Ah,
times,
yeah.
when you do a pop, again it is empty.
Wow, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So be careful around that.
Mm, okay, yeah, it will push the character.
No worries. I think some checks here and there you have to basically fix it out. Rest everything
Mm.
should work. There are things are that can be optimized. We can always talk. But overall, yeah, Aman, how was your experience?
It was very great actually, uh, and I messed up several places, syntax, places. I have messed up so many things actually, and I will learn and be good at those things. I will
Awesome,
surely.
awesome. I like the positive attitude basically. Hey, it's okay that I may not know everything today, but when we meet
Yeah,
next time, I will be a better
yeah,
version of
definitely.
myself. If you have that attitude, I think that is always good. The other thing, I wanted to help everyone to understand one important thing. Whenever a normal problem statement is given and you think in terms of array object, you try solving it becomes very easy. The moment these terminologies, the DSA things are asked, hey, now ultimately it's becoming a stack or something, and we say, hey, give up, man, this is something which is not cup of my tea, right? I think the problem is those jargons, right? If you see the implementation, it's very always simple. So your problem solving in short are very simple if you don't consider those jargon and let not that piss off, right? So cool. So Aman, thanks for being over here and giving this round. And I hope a lot of people have a lot of feedback to share. So guys, share your feedback, share your solutions in the chat, and let's spread this as much as possible. And I will love to see the answers of both of these problem statements that we discussed with Aman today. Thanks a lot, Aman, once again. We will keep
Thank you
on
very much.
sharing, everyone. See you again with an interesting set of problems.